Hi! Greetings everyone! Magandang araw! My name is Mario. I'm Mind Mover Mario. I'm one of the science communicators of the Mind Museum. Welcome to Mind at Home. Mind at Home, or this episode of Mind at Home, is brought to you by Locally. Because we want to slow down the spread of the disease COVID-19 and we want to flatten the curve, many of us have to stay at home as much as possible. This means we still cannot go to museums and schools yet, and the virus is still out there, so we should still limit going outside only when it's absolutely necessary. Remember to wear your mask properly, wash your hands regularly with soap and water for 20 seconds. And while we are still staying at home, why don't we keep ourselves fit and healthy by eating fruits and vegetables, taking our vitamin supplements if we need to, and find the time to exercise and get moving. Now, how can we have a little bit of fun at home, and is it possible to do it while learning? Syempre naman! So dito sa Mind at Home, in this series of Mind at Home, we are going to discover the wonders of some of our favorite fruits. So hindi lang bakit sila importanteng kainin, but also why, what else we can do with them. So with these experiments, these are very easy and fun experiments that I know even you can try at home. Alright, so for this episode of Mind at Home, we are going to look at vitamin C or ascorbic acid. Bakit nga ba mahalaga ang vitamin C? Anong gamit nito sa ating katawan? And why are we always being told to eat our fruits and vegetables that are rich in vitamin C? But before we do that, let's first answer the question, what are vitamins in the first place? How are they different from other things that we eat? So vitamins are compounds that are important for our bodies to function properly. They are essential, but these things are not produced by our bodies. Hindi ito ginagawa ng katawan natin. So kailangan natin silang kunin from the food that we eat. Experts believe that tayong mga humans, as we evolved through time, we lost the ability to produce vitamin C or ascorbic acid. Kasi alam natin that some of the animals can produce vitamin C on their own, in their bodies. Hindi nila kailangan kumain ng mga pagkaing maraming vitamin C because they can make it on their own. But for us, we can't do that. And that's why vitamin C is an essential nutrient that we have to get from the food that we eat. Vitamin C, or as I mentioned, ascorbic acid, is important for some reasons. First, it helps in wound healing. Tumutulong siya na pagalingin ng mabilis yung mga sugat natin. It's important to keep our bones, our muscles, our skin, and our gums healthy. Why? Because vitamin C helps in producing collagen. I know many of you are familiar with what collagen is, or have heard collagen before. Collagen is a protein, and we can actually produce that in our bodies, and vitamin C helps in that production of collagen. And we know what happens if we lack vitamin C and we can't produce collagen. We call it scurvy. It's a disease that we saw a lot during the time when there are a lot of sailors and mga pirates back in the day when they still don't know what vitamin C is. So they are many months, sometimes even years, they are out at sea, pare-pareho lang yung kinakain nila. Wala sila nakukuhang vitamin C. And nakita natin na dahil doon, nagdudugo yung gums nila, madali silang magpasa or mag-bruise. That's because of lack of vitamin C in their bodies, and because they can produce collagen. That's why that happens. So ngayon, hindi naman na masyadong problema yung scurvy because a lot of the food that we eat are rich in vitamin C. Next, vitamin C can actually help our immune system, right? This is the most, I think, popular use of vitamin C to boost the immune system, ika nga. Our immune system to function properly, it needs vitamin C. It helps our white blood cells. So white blood cells are the soldiers of our bodies. They fight off bacteria, viruses, other microbes or germs that can cause disease. Vitamin C helps boost these white blood cells to do a better job at fighting off potential disease-causing microbes or germs. And isa pa, vitamin C is an antioxidant. That means it helps our cells, it prevents cell damage from happening in our cells, because every day in the environment we encounter these reactive compounds. These are molecules, atoms that can damage our cells, and vitamin C helps prevent that from happening. So that happens. These reactive compounds, we can get it from pollutants from the air. We can get it from cigarette smoke. Some medicine, some drugs can actually do this as well. And also radiation, like UV radiation from the sun, can actually cause these reactive compounds to enter our bodies. And the harmful effects of these reactive compounds include they can damage our DNA, they can damage proteins and fat that are essential in our bodies, and also they can deactivate enzymes. Enzymes are very important. Enzymes are compounds that actually help speed up o pinapabilis nila yung mga reactions, very important reactions that happen in the body. So kung walang enzymes, mabagal tong mga reactions na to, and that can cause disease. So, this ability of vitamin C as to be an antioxidant or to act as an antioxidant, this will be the highlight of our Mind at Home experiment for this morning. For this experiment, we will be needing some things that a lot of us will probably be having at home. Meron na tayo nito sa bahay. First is we need a bottle, a clear bottle. This is just a reused plastic bottle that I have filled halfway with water. So yan, may tubig sa loob. We'll be needing, this is betadine. This is povidone iodine solution. Let me show you. So, diba, betadine, we know betadine, we use it to clean our wounds. That's because iodine is actually a good antiseptic. It's a good solution to clean wounds and prevent bacteria from growing. So, this time, iodine will serve as these reactive compounds that I'm talking about that will react with our vitamin C. So, iodine, we have that, and the source of our vitamin C would be this one. This is ascorbic acid, our vitamin C tablets. So, di ba, very popular ngayon, mga vitamin C tablets. So, these one we crushed, powdered, pulverized into powder. So, yan yung gagamitin natin ngayong umaga. And we're also going to use vitamin C from fresh fruits. So, I have here lemon juice. Itong mas, this yellow liquid that is a lot, malabo yung kulay. The clearer yellow will be our lemon juice, and the darker yellow is calamansi. So, we're using lemon juice and calamansi. So, we call these fruits citrus fruits, and they are rich in ascorbic acid or vitamin C. Titingnan natin if it will have the same reaction with our ascorbic acid from the tablets. So, kailangan din natin ng mga baso na clear para makita natin yung reaction. So, same way that we're going to do with the tablets, we're going to put iodine in water, tapos ang ilalagay naman natin yung ating fruit juice. Alright, so let's start our experiment. This is our bottle halfway filled with water. Buksan natin and lalagyan natin itong iodine that will simulate or represent these reactive compounds that I'm talking about. So, lagyan natin sa loob. Lagyan natin. Siguro mga 3 to 4 droplets full. So, hindi naman kailangan exact, very exact yung inyong measurement ng betadine or ng iodine. Natin if that's enough. Sige, konti pa. So, this time, for the ascorbic acid or vitamin C from our tablets, okay lang kahit madami yung ating iodine na ilagay, because we know na medyo mataas talaga yung mga tablets in vitamin C, right? So our usual vitamin C tablet is around 500 milligrams of ascorbic acid. So there's that. That's our betadine or iodine solution. And we're going to put now our ascorbic acid. So isang pinch lang, I think that's enough. Isang pinch ng vitamin C, we're going to add to our iodine solution in water. And let me put back the cap. Tinakpan ko ulit. And let's see what happens if we shake our solution with iodine and vitamin C. Are you ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, so what did you observe? What happened to our solution of iodine from that brown sort of amber color? It turned colorless. Nagbago yung kulay, or better na wala yung kulay ng ating solution. So what happened there? So the vitamin C and the iodine reacted in a reaction called a redox reaction. So that's R-E-D-O-X, redox. That's short for reduction and oxidation. These are two processes that happens at the same time where one atom or molecule gives or donates its electrons to another. So what are electrons? Just a little review. Electrons are the negatively charged particles that are zooming around the center of our atom, right? Atoms are the basic unit of a matter. So an atom will have electrons zooming around, and kapag nagpasa-pasa yung electrons from one molecule or from one atom to another, nagbabago yung property niya. So in this case, the vitamin C from our tablets, the vitamin C or ascorbic acid, gives some of its electrons to the iodine in our betadine. And because nawala yung electron from the ascorbic acid napunta sa ating iodine, nagbago altogether yung kulay ng ating solution. Amazing, right? Just how passing electrons from one thing, from one atom to another, can change how a solution or how something looks altogether, right? So now, we saw that in our iodine and ascorbic acid tablets. Tingnan naman natin kung ma-recreate natin yung same reaction with our lemon juice and calamansi juice. So again, this lighter yellow liquid is our lemon, and this darker one will be our calamansi. So meron lang spoon pang halo. So now, let me just put some water in each of our glass. Doesn't also have to be exact, pero pagpapantayin ko lang silang dalawa. There we go. And now, we'll also again put our iodine or our betadine into the water. Siguro this time, dahil hindi ako sure gaano kadaming vitamin C yung laman ng lemon at laman ng calamansi, mas konti lang siguro yung ilalagay ko na vitamin, na iodine. Around 1 ml here. And another 1 ml here. And give it a quick stir, masyadong light. So, it's a little lighter, maybe I'll add a bit more. Just to have a stronger brown, amber color that we can see. So of course, kung makita nyo, may kulay na yung ating lemon juice and especially our calamansi juice, baka hindi natin ma-achieve yung same colorless endpoint ng ating solution kanina. So we'll start maybe with the calamansi. Hopefully, makita natin ng maayos yung change in the color. Let's add our calamansi juice. Hindi siya masyadong kita. Yan, but nagbago yung kulay. It became lighter, right? Nawala yung very, like, the stronger amber color, and it became sort of like calamansi juice. So that means we were able to reduce our iodine from the betadine with just by using calamansi juice. Now, let's put it aside and let's see kung mangyayari din siya with the lemon. Let's pour lemon. And also, we were able to change. So, mas lighter yung color nito. Maybe because mas lighter din yung lemon. We're able to change it almost colorless. No? Halos pareho na sila nung ating tubig na nasa bote. We were also able to reduce the iodine in our betadine using lemon juice or vitamin C from our lemon juice. So that's one of the use of vitamin C in our bodies. It helps as an antioxidant. It helps neutralize these reactive compounds. But of course, in the body, hindi naman iodine itong mga reactive compounds that I'm talking about. These are more complex compounds that you probably don't know, or we probably don't know. But yeah, that's what vitamin C, that's one of the functions of vitamin C. It helps neutralize these compounds. So instead of these compounds, these reactive compounds, attacking or damaging our cells, or damaging the stuff inside our cells like proteins and DNA, si vitamin C na lang yung magbibigay ng electron to these compounds. And another use of the antioxidant property of vitamin C is actually to preserve food. It can help preserve food. So, if you've ever sliced an apple and hindi nyo siya agad nakain, makikita nyo yung white inside of the apple, magta-turn brown siya right after some time. That's because of the same reaction. The oxygen in the air actually gets electrons from the apple. That's why nagda-darken siya, or we say nag-oxidize siya. And by putting vitamin C solution in our apple, we can actually preserve these fruits more or food more. So usually yung mga nakikita natin sa grocery na nakapack na apples or sliced fruits, they usually submerge this first in a vitamin C solution para mas ma-preserve siya, yung color niya hindi agad magbago. So that's what they do. And of course, dahil it's ascorbic acid, it's an acid, it helps, because it's an acid, mas mahirap mag-grow. Some of bacteria and viruses will not grow, or bacteria and fungi will not grow because of the acidic environment na binibigay ni ascorbic acid. So that's the importance of vitamin C. So just a disclaimer, ito pong mga pinag-uusapan nating reactive compounds. These are atoms and molecules. These are not living things like bacteria and viruses. So vitamin C is not a cure for ubo, sipon. So, and just because we're taking vitamin C, it's not a guarantee that hindi na tayo magkakaroon ng ubo and sipon. So pinag-uusapan po natin dito are more of pollutants, very tiny atoms and molecules that we inhale or we get from the environment that hindi magkukos ng sakit in the short term, but kapag naipon sila in the long run, if we get damaged, if our cells get damaged all the time, pwede tayong magkasakit in the long run. So that's it. That's our experiment for this morning. For our Mind at Home this morning, we showed you the importance of vitamin C as an antioxidant. Nakita natin that vitamin C is an antioxidant because we were able to turn iodine, the brown amber color of iodine, into a colorless solution. So just for the science nerds out there, yung iodine, ang nangyari sa kanya, kinuha niya yung electron, it became iodide. That's why nagkaroon siya ng extra electron, it became iodide. That's what happens. And iodide is a colorless, it has a colorless color, wala siyang kulay. That's why our solution turned colorless as well. So thank you so much for joining me this morning, learning about vitamin C and its antioxidant properties. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer some of your questions. So if you have burning science questions about vitamin C, ascorbic acid, just put them in the comment section. We'll give you a few seconds to type them down, and we'll answer your questions. Vitamin C, okay. Vitamin C is also found not just in fruits and vegetables. Sabi ko din kanina, di ba, some animals, or well, a lot of animals can actually produce vitamin C on their own. So actually, by eating meat products, we can also get vitamin C. But of course, this won't be as plenty as in our citrus fruits. That's why we're always recommended to eat or drink citrus fruits and juices. So mostly, yun naman yung importante, di ba? Where we can get our vitamin C para magamit natin in our bodies. So fruits, vegetables, green leafy vegetables would have plenty of vitamin C, as well as some meat products would also have vitamin C. So that's where we get vitamin C as well. There's also another question: is too much intake of vitamin C, like calamansi juice, damage our stomach? Well, first of all, one important thing we need to know about vitamin C, it's called water-soluble vitamin. It's water-soluble, meaning nadidissolve siya sa tubig. So if we take too much vitamin C, yung excess na hindi magamit ng katawan natin, madidissolve lang siya sa tubig, and ilalabas lang natin siya sa ating wee-wee. That's why it's very important to know gaano lang ba kadami yung vitamin C that you should take daily. Kasi sayang lang, di ba? If we take vitamin C supplements or tablets, tapos hindi natin siya magagamit, we just make very expensive urine. But in the case of our stomach, well, because vitamin C is an acid, it's ascorbic acid, taking too much can actually give you a tummy ache and sometimes also cause diarrhea or pagtatae because it's acidic. So magiging mas acidic yung ating stomach. That's why it can not really damage, but it can be medyo masakit sa tiyan dahil sabihin natin sinisikmura tayo dahil nagiging mas acidic yung environment of our stomach. Are there any more questions? There's another question: will it also have the same effect with ascorbate? Ascorbate, usually kasi pag nakita natin sa mga tablets, di ba, hindi naman laging ascorbic acid yung nakasulat. Sometimes we see sodium ascorbate, or I don't know if there's calcium ascorbate as well. So these tablets, yung ascorbic acid talaga and yung sodium ascorbate, kapag ininom natin sila and na-digest natin sila, same lang yung magiging effect. So our body processes these compounds the same way. That's why pareho lang yung magiging effect. It's the same thing. Are vitamin C products the only things we can use for redox reaction, or any acid will do? Well, not just vitamin C. Redox reactions is actually a very maraming ways where redox reactions happens in nature, not just vitamin C. So I'm not very particular kung ano pa yung pwedeng mag-cause ng redox reactions, but not just vitamin C, hindi lang po ascorbic acid yung pwedeng mag-cause ng redox reaction. So as long as there's one atom or molecule that is willing to give its electron, and one atom and molecule willing to get that electron from that other atom or molecule, that's a redox reaction. As long as may na-oxidize and may na-reduce, we call that a redox reaction, not just in vitamin C. Any more questions that you have? Please put it down in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them. I think there's one more question. question is it correct to call sodium ascorbate vitamin C? Well, to be honest, vitamin C or ascorbic acid, pag sinabi nating vitamin na yung isang compound, it's actually already been processed by our body. So kapag we drink or we take vitamin C from fruits and vegetables, from tablets, that's ascorbic acid, and until ma-process siya ng katawan natin, that's the only time we can call it vitamin C. So si sodium ascorbate, ganun din. So kapag we take tablets, that's sodium ascorbate, it needs to be processed by our body before we can actually call it vitamin C. So, again, similar lang yung magiging reaction ni ascorbic acid and ni sodium ascorbate in our body. So, I think, kaya lang sodium ascorbate yung ginagawang tablets for some ascorbic acid tablets or for some vitamin C tablets para lang hindi siya as acidic. So, si sodium ascorbate is a form of salt. So, para lang hindi siya mas acidic, gagawin siya in that form para hindi or maiwasan yung pagiging acidic or mas acidic ng ating stomach para hindi masakit or hindi tayo sikmurain. So, is it correct to call sodium ascorbate vitamin C? I think yes. Also call it vitamin C because it's gonna be processed the same way in our body and that would produce vitamin C as well. Meron pa ba? Do we still have more questions? All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much for all your questions. Those are great questions. And I hope you learned a thing or two about vitamin C and the importance of it and how drinking or taking a lot of vitamin C is not always helpful because, again, vitamin C is water soluble. It dissolves in water. So, yung sobra na iinumin natin or i-intake natin, iihi lang natin. So, alamin natin, we can ask our doctors maybe just how much vitamin C we should be taking every day. All right, thank you all so much for joining me this morning for Mind at Home. Just a reminder to everyone to please stay at home. Again, please still stay at home to help stop the spread of the virus. Always wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. And while you're staying at home, please follow the Mind Museum on social media for more Mind at Home videos and materials. If you try some of our experiments, please feel free to take a video or a photo and tag us at the Mind Museum in our social media channels. Thank you all very much for tuning in for Mind at Home this morning. I'm Mind Mover Mario again from the Mind Museum, and this is Mind at Home brought to you by Locally. Thank you so much, and catch us again on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we'll have another new episode of Mind at Home for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.